Welcome, everyone, to a Big Ten Network Summer Chat. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Ohio State's E.J. Liddell. E.J., last time we talked, it was in the off season, I think, or right after the season. You had 23-14 in an upset loss to Oral Roberts, which sort of ended the season rather abruptly. You had a decision to make. You ultimately decided to come back to Ohio State. Why?
Honestly, it was the best thing to do for me. I could have stayed in the draft and picked up by a team, but that's not where my heart was at. My heart was at coming back, playing in front of the fans, raising my draft stock, and also just getting better. Last year was kind of tough because we didn't really get to see fans, have interaction with fans and things of that sort. But I can't wait to play in front of the Buckeye Nation again. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I love that. I don't think people fully appreciate, what that meant to go without it, for a full season, home, road, for the most part, most of the tournament, even if they were there, it was really spread out. You really couldn't get a sense of it. How much did you miss playing in front of fans?
Man, a whole bunch. I got a little taste of it my freshman year. I played a little bit, but just having interaction with fans, seeing them before games, shaking kids' hands, and just seeing how happy we make people. The student section, I love watching the student section. It was, I really missed them, and I'm really excited to play in front of them again. So
for those that fully don't comprehend what you guys went through, all the protocols, a lot of teams had to deal with 2-3 week gaps of not playing because of COVID. What was it like to get through that season with all those restrictions?
Man, it was tough. It was really tough not being able to see your family without having them get tested 2-3 days in a row. Not being able to go home for Christmas, that was a tough one. That was the first time I ever done that. It was just a dedication that you had to stay with. We had no COVID problems this past year because we all wanted to play, and I felt like we all stuck to it. And it was very, very mentally challenging because after practice, you would have to go straight back to your room and not really interact with other people because we all wanted to play. So it was a tough year.
And what you didn't have last summer was a normal summer with your teammates, actually playing basketball. You've already had that this summer. How much of a benefit do you think that'll be for you and the Buckeyes?
Oh, man. And last summer it was different because when we played our first game, it was like very foreign. Like we barely got to play against each other in the summer, honestly. It's a lot better this year because we couldn't even play open gym last year. Everybody had to be at a separate basket, one person to a basket. But this year, I feel like it's a better time to get connections with people, learn how other people play. So that's something I like about that.
All right. So you said you want to come back for the fans, but also for your draft stock. So many players can potentially get picked. We saw plenty of people in the draft not even get selected. But the key thing is being able to stick and actually compete. For you to do that, you got to have, obviously, another good year. What do you think you need to do on the court that will not just benefit you, but benefit the Buckeyes?
Just having a nonstop motor, being in the best shape of my life. That's what I've been told. They told me I need to raise my three-point percentage by a couple percents and be able to play defense better on the perimeter. But I feel like the main feedback I got was nonstop motor, being in the best shape of my life, and those things that come afterwards.
So Luka Garza, he has moved on, and I'm thinking the bigs here, but you're back. Travion Williams is back. Zach Edey, Kofi Coburn, Trace Jackson-Davis, Hunter Dickinson. There is a lot of talent in the front court, whether it's traditional bigs, face-up fours, you name it, threes that play inside and out. What do you anticipate the Big Ten looking like this season with you, one of those top players?
Same as last season. Everybody has like a year of experience, so I feel like it's going to be tougher than last year, really. We got great guys, great front court players. It should be really competitive, and every night I don't expect it to go out there and be an easy game. I can't wait for those matchups.
All right, for you guys, you pick up Joey Brunk from Indiana, Jamari Wheeler from Penn State. You've got, Young back who got hurt in that Big Ten tournament, and he was playing phenomenal at that point. Kyle Young, I'm speaking of. And so, you know, him back to play with you, all the pieces are there for Ohio State to challenge for the Big Ten title. What do you anticipate this team looking like? Which obviously in the backcourt will be a little different without, you know, Dwayne Washington for sure, and CJ, excuse me. So there's going to be some turnover in the backcourt. But what do you anticipate this team looking like?
Man, if we all just buy into what we are told to do, buy into our roles, would be really good. Honestly, that's what it's all about, because this is a really deep roster. We have people 3 deep at each spot, and we all just have to buy into our role. And whenever we get on the court, everybody has to do what they're best at and do what they're told to do. So I feel like this team could go really far. All
right, so you were there though this summer. Just give me one little sneak peek. Who's someone that we're going to be talking about in the fall, into the beginning of the season, that you saw, whether it's a newcomer, someone who's coming back, a transfer? You tell me.
That's a tough question. We got a lot of guys. I'm probably going to have to say Seth Towns. He's looking really healthy right now. He's getting back to who he used to be. I don't think he ever lost that, but he's just been grinding this summer every day, hitting it really hard, doing new things that he couldn't do last year because of his knee. And I feel like he's going to come out there and do great things.
Well, obviously that's a great name. I didn't want to forget Seth when I was rattling off the front court, but certainly he will be, and I hope he can get back to what we saw when he was the best player in the Ivy League at Harvard, transferring back to his hometown in Columbus. That'd be phenomenal if he can get back to that level or beyond.
Yes, sir.
EJ, appreciate it. Look forward to covering you this year and everything that Ohio State's going to do. Certainly going to be one of the best teams in the Big Ten, and you certainly will be in competition for Big Ten Player of the Year. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.